Welcome to Xtra, presented by VDG Sports. I am your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter, very censor. You can follow Xtra on Twitter at Xtra VDG. Be sure to follow Xtra on Twitter at Xtra VDG. Check out VDGsports.com. Check out VDGsports.com. There's a YouTube as well. Everything is there. Like, subscribe, share. Last but not least, you can keep up with me, my whereabouts, my well-being. You know how. You know what to do. The name is not hard to spell. I've been doing and saying this for so very long. Now that's out of the way. Noobs, thank you for giving me an opportunity. Noobs, thank you for giving me a chance. It's greatly appreciated. Regulars, thank you for coming back. I kid. Regulars, we back at it again. We do what we do all the time, almost every day, consistent. And that be it. I have been slacking on my data. I've been slacking on keeping up with my data. I came to the conclusion, noobs, it's for you, long ago, that I was going to start tracking my own data, because the things that other, let's say, companies track me with, I want to have that same information. I want to have that same data that they have, so I can view myself how they are viewing me, so I can know when I am being sold something. I'll just say that. When I am being sold, whether it's fake information, untrue information, or trying to get me to buy or purchase something that I probably would have purchased anyway, maybe or maybe not, or just nudging me along in the correct direction. Yay. Or maybe some more nefarious type data, where you realize my makeup, that's genetic makeup, that is, and everything about me, far as health and stuff, because you can piece it together. When you got enough data, you can piece it together, and it's like, oh, there's protections for that. Yes, correct. There are protections for that. Your certain information technically is protected, but if you are smart enough, determined enough, you can piece certain things together, and you can figure it out. That's the whole reasoning, I believe, behind an algorithm when it's directed at individuals. Why collect so much data on individuals if you aren't going to use that data to build and construct, or not even construct, to get a full view of the individual, so you know what and when to send them at any given time, at any given moment. When I realized that was the game, when I realized that was it, I started tracking my own data. I started keeping up with my own data. And this in itself is, what word am I looking for? Troublesome? No. It's tiresome. That's the word I'm looking for. Because it's just so much to keep up with. And I'm doing my best, and I've been doing it for extremely long time. But there are moments where I get weak. There are moments where I'm just like, but is this data really that important? Is this truly something that's gonna make a difference for me in the future? Is this something that's going to improve my life? And there are many questions that I ask myself, and that I have been asking myself when I'm questioning, why am I going to track this? Why am I going to keep up with this? What's the rhyme and reasoning behind it? Is going to help me in the long run? How is this going to make me more efficient? And noobs, efficiency is something that I am huge on. Go back, review the Soka documents. It's all there. Regs, you know. I'm somewhat trying to wrap it up and also give a refresher at the same time. But I know you know this already. This is more so for the noobs. And I'll get to the point where I'm going to clue you in, Regs. We just ain't there yet. So bear with me. Por favor. I know about data. I keep up with my own data. At times I get weak. At times I'm questioning, why am I doing it? Because it is just so much work. It's not easy. However, I don't take the path of least resistance. I do not take the path of least resistance. It was a challenge. And it is a challenge that I am continuing to participate in. I'm continuing to figure out the end game. I don't really necessarily see an end game in sight, but I'm definitely going to have to reevaluate certain data points I'm collecting. For instance, now here we go, Rex. Here we go. Time to tune in if you must. For instance, I don't really know how I got to the point where I actually started keeping up with the data and tracking what I wear every day, all the way down from the head to the feet. Yeah, there's an app for that. There are many apps for that. You can create spreadsheets for that. You can create just about anything to track this. But in that sense, since I don't have the proper knowledge and I don't have the brain power for that, I'll just say it. I don't have the brain power for that. So I just got an app to do it for me. But even with the app doing it for me, I'm questioning that decision. I'm questioning that decision because every day is every day. That's 365, 1/4. That is every day. Granted, that is a lot of data points. What can I really utilize that data for? Prevent me from wearing the same thing twice? Okay. Prevent me from wearing the same thing twice in a month? All right. Prevent me from wearing the same thing twice in 2 months? All right. Prevent me from... in that sense, I don't understand. In that sense, I'm questioning. But in another sense, for something trivial, for something to basically help me link a memory or something that will help me put together a full picture of what happened a day, possibly a year ago, possibly a couple of months ago, possibly 2 years ago. Now I see it beneficial in that setting, in that setup, and that was that was my main reasoning behind it for doing it in the first place. It would help me not only know what I wore at a particular date, it would also help me be able to recall what happened on said date because I had that on, because I wore that. Okay, I wore that day, and I remember this happened to my shirt. And I was at a store when this happened. And see, I'm able to piece together the puzzle. I'm able to take some known information and help me just branch out and figure out what actually happened in the entire day or the entire time period or what have you, whatever I'm trying to do. Now, in that sense, and if that is still the case, and if I can still justify that reasoning and I still deem it beneficial and I'm actually using it and it's actually helping, I should say, okay, I can stick with it. I can continue to do this 365.25. Because then it's worth it. It's helping me. And not only is helping me, it's strengthening my recall. It's helping me focus on certain mechanisms that I utilize in recall. I can see a lot of benefits from this. But also, do I really need an app and all of this stuff to help me not wear the same thing twice in a week, or wear the same thing twice in 2 weeks, to wear the same thing twice in a month? Oh, yeah. But that's not the case, and that's not why I'm using it. So if you thought that and you're thinking that, you're wrong. Back to the drawing board. Try again.